So it's easy to love yourself conditionally, but can you love yourself without conditions? I mean, without all of the things that you need to make yourself feel beautiful, do you still love yourself? Is beauty an inside job or an outside job? Hey, low work life warriors. I am Dr. Ebony Davenport, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that we all love talking about, which is beauty. So, my question to you is we all say we love ourselves, but do we love ourselves with conditions? Is it because you love yourself because you have everything that you need, because you are beautiful, because you have resources, because life is going your way, because people like you? Why do you love yourself? And would you be able to love yourself without all of those conditions? So maybe this was 2007. I decided to test myself, put myself to the test to see if I can love myself unconditionally in any state, if I could take away all of the things that made me traditionally beautiful, but I still love myself. And so I moved to North Carolina. The very first thing that I did was I did the big chop. So I've always had a lot of hair. It's always touched my back and beyond. And so the first thing that I saw when I got here was so many beautiful women in their natural state. And I had never seen that in Baltimore. And so I was like, I want that. I want to try that. And so I did the big chop around 19. That was in 2007. And then as far as my family is concerned, that wasn't a thing. The big chop was like, no, that's not how we wear our hair. It's not our culture. And so I got a lot of backlash from my family and friends in Baltimore. But I persevered because I really wanted to challenge myself and see if I could love myself regardless. And then the next thing I let go was, or I really didn't get too involved in it, but I did invest a lot of resources in it, which was makeup. Somewhere around, I would say 20, no, maybe like 22, I stopped wearing makeup. So I wanted to figure out if I could love myself with a natural cut and no makeup. And so I did that for like 3 or 4 years. I wouldn't wear any makeup. My hair was natural. I would wear in a little fro. I wouldn't manipulate it at all. So I wouldn't do like 2-strand twists. I just wanted to love my own natural pattern. And so it was interesting, of course. My first perm was given to me, or my first relaxer was given to me at age 6, so I did not know what to expect, but I absolutely fell in love with my natural hair, with my natural beauty. And then I wondered, okay, you're in shape. What would happen if you gained a lot of weight? If you were what is considered overweight or obese or to traditionally unbeautiful in this society. And so I gained like 80 pounds, almost close to 90 pounds. And I wondered, would I still love myself if I did that? So I got up 80, 90 pounds up, and I was still loving and crushing on myself, looking at myself in the mirror. Regardless of if I am up or down, I still feel the same way about myself. And so that was check. And then I wanted to know, like, could I wear different hairstyles? Could I love myself wearing different hairstyles? And so I did the wash and goes, and then I went into locks, which is a very, you have to have a lot of patience to have locks. And so I wore my wash and go for about 3 years, and then I turned them into locks. And I wanted to see if I could love myself with locks. And you know, unless you have sister locks, it is a look of its own, right? It's not very, what they would say, polished, even if it's neat. It just, it's its own look, and it's beautiful on its own, right? It's no need to compare it to anything else. It's its own look. And so I wanted to see if I could wear my locks, and I wore them for 5 years. My goal was to let them touch the top of my or the bottom of my back right before where my butt starts. And so I let them grow out then, and then I said, okay, I still love myself. I still really enjoy myself. I think I'm a beautiful, dope person. Beauty is on the inside, and it comes externally, right? And so, because I still feel so beautiful inside, I was still viewed as beautiful externally. And so I was like, okay, so I'm going to cut my lock. And then I had the idea of like, okay, so what if you cut your hair, your locks off, and you left one? Could you love yourself in a style that is awkward to society? Would you be able to still love yourself? Would you go out? Would you still have high self-esteem, self-worth, self-value? And so I cut all of my locks off instead of one. It was just a challenge to see if I could love myself, regardless of standard hairstyles. If people would look at me weird and laugh, could I still love myself? If I was the object of ridicule, could I still love myself? And so I cut it, and I only wanted to experiment with Juicy for about like 30 days, but I fell in love with her. And I expected people to, ridicule me, make fun, but I had such an overwhelming response that I wore Juicy for, at this point, it's been a year and a half. And so yesterday I wondered, like, okay, the next step of this is, can you love yourself if you are truly bald, if you don't have any hair? I always wanted to know that. I went to Nigeria back in 2012, and I've seen all of the beautiful bald women, and I was just like, oh, I want to one day see if I could love myself bald, if I think I could be beautiful and maneuver in the world bald, right? And so then Wakanda came out, and I was like, oh yes, most definitely that is on the list, my bucket list. I want to see if I could love myself bald. And so yesterday I went on and cut off my hair, the top part of my hair, to see if I could just love myself with no hair. And I will not lie to you, initially it was a shocker. I've always had long hair, I've always had thick hair, I've always had hair. So to have no hair and just to kind of watch it being removed from my hair was really wild. It was weird. Looking at myself afterwards, it was just not what I expected. It took me a while, but I did do some mirror work yesterday. I just stayed in the mirror and just loved on myself until I absolutely love what I saw. I did not want to like add makeup or anything first. I wanted to just reverence in my natural beauty, right? Just sit back and love on myself and feel good about how I naturally look. And so I love it. I love it. It took about 24 hours for it to grow on me. Last night I was really confused. And then this morning I've been just, like I said, been doing mirror work, and throughout the day I just kept going into the mirror, looking at myself, and I actually like it. I love it now. Around midday after I worked out and I was able to just come and rinse the sweat off of my head, it was like, oh, this is amazing. I love it. Feeling my hands on my scalp and the water against my scalp, and then I put some peppermint oil in it. It was just like the most wonderful self-care ever. So I absolutely love it now, and I know that I can love myself in any style. There isn't a style at this point that is considered non-traditional or non-beautiful that I hadn't tried, that I absolutely love. And so it is safe to say that I can love myself in any state. Can you? Have you tried, right? Have you tried to love yourself without conditions, without, looking conditionally beautiful, right? The makeup, the hair, the weight, whatever resources you have within your power that you utilize to make yourself beautiful, could you do without? Could you do without your maintenance routine? Could you still love yourself as deeply? Can you find new ways to appreciate yourself? Can you dig more internally and figure out what's worth loving outside of your beauty? right? We value beauty so much in this society. We spend so much time trying to obtain beauty because that's the standard of the society that we're living in. But that's not everyone's gift. Not everyone is meant to be beautiful, right? And again, we can all be beautiful in our own way internally, but beauty is not everyone's gift. Some of us are fun, some of us are clever, some of us are smart, some of us are problem solvers. We have many different gifts, and if beauty isn't your gift, you can spend a lot of time and resources investing in beauty, and you still don't feel self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, self-love. And so I would challenge you, the best way to cultivate self-love, self-acceptance is to see if you can love yourself without conditions, without all of the things that society deem acceptable, beautiful. See if you can love yourself without those things. And I feel like just going through this process since 2007, it's been almost 20 years, so 18 years. Just going through this process, I have really met myself. I know that I am capable of loving myself on any level. I have a deep love and understanding for who I am, the values, the strengths, the vulnerabilities that I have. It really helped me to appreciate the uniqueness that is me. And every single day, I just feel more and more grateful to have the opportunity to discover me, to master me, to love me. And I think just starting this journey has given me way more than I could ever expect it. Way more, right? I'm so much more grounded, confident. I trust myself. I love myself. I like myself. I move with clarity. I pick people who add value into my life. I do what's in my best interest. And I really believe that came from me deciding that I was going to practice self-love regardless of any situation, any circumstance, any conditions. And it was the best thing that I've ever done. And so I challenge you to do the same. What things do you do that add to your beauty that if you stop doing them, you have to figure out who you are and how beautiful you are and what your other attributes are? I would love to know. And for those of us who have gone through a beauty journey already with our hair and our bodies, please share your journey below. I would love to know, what was your journey like? What did you do? How did it impact you? What did you learn? I would love to know. Please share with me below in the comments. And as always, work life warriors, it is your responsibility to add the fun, play, laughter, joy into your life. You deserve a quality life. We have only one life and we deserve to enjoy it. So we work extremely hard. We don't play as hard as we work, and there isn't one day that we do not experience stress. So there isn't one day that we shouldn't be practicing stress management and wellness. Living goes hand in hand with stress management and wellness. So go out there and play the stress away, improve your life, and you'll be glad that you did, right? Because you don't want to just exist, you want to live. You don't want to just do your whole life, you want to be, right? You don't just want to survive, you want to thrive, and you deserve that. And it's easy to do. It's easier than you think. It just depends on you setting aside the time and prioritizing your personal development alongside everything that is important to you in your life. So I hope this helps, work life warriors. As always, I'll be out here on these inner streets. Please send me a message, comment below. You can email me, and I will see you tomorrow for Fun Funny Fridays. Have a great day. Bye.